Hi Taurus, welcome to your October 2022 Tarot Scope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign, and whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Taurus, this is for you, and I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you, especially with these monthly reports, because when I talk about the moons, the new moon and the full moon that you're going to have in this month, I'm always talking about the astrology, and more importantly, I'm always talking about the ascendant first to a lesser degree, but still relevant, the sun and the moon. So you should always watch at least your ascendant for the monthlies and also your sun sign to see how it speaks to you. With that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your actions and interactions with the world at large, what are you doing and how is it being received over the course of this month? Well, you have the Two of Swords. This, I actually think, for a lot of you Taurians, this is going to be a month where you're really putting your intuition to work. All right, so for some of you, this could literally be that you're working on developing your intuitive skills. For some of you, this is going to be a big decision that is made this month. And I got to be honest with you, because it's the Two of Swords, this will be a decision that you make on that internal level before you even tell anybody about it. I don't care whether you're married, I don't care whether you live with your parents, I don't care what your personal situation is. There's some decision this month that you are making on a very deep level that is likely to impact a lot of the areas of your life. And I got to be honest with you, I kind of get the feeling that nobody around you is going to understand this. You are listening to or hearing something on a really deep level this month that only you can hear, see, envision or whatever. Do not let that deter you if it's coming from that intuitive internal space where you're like, okay, you know what? This is what I'm being told to do. And I know this experience, I've had it many times over a lifetime where I get told, Raf, this is what we want you to do. This is what I want you to initiate or to start or to. And I'm like, there's no way, this is not good. You know, this is it's not a smart idea, as if I know better than the universe. And very often it's your fear that's talking. When you get tasked with something by the universe and it doesn't make sense, even to the people around you, it seems like a risky move or whatever, you may come up against opposition this month. You might have people that you've known your entire life say to you, you know, this might be a self-sabotage. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Like, what's the reason behind this decision? You're making this decision on that deep, internal, intuitive space, and it may not make sense to everybody else, but you must walk this path. I very rarely tell people what they should and shouldn't do because I don't believe in it. I don't care how gifted we are as readers and intuitives. It's not our space to tell people what they should do. We give as one of my astro parents, Achuta Bava, says, we're cosmic weather people. We kind of tell you what's going on, how it's going to affect you likely, but the decision always rests with you. But I'm telling you this month, do not let anyone dissuade you from this feeling. Your communications and conversations, you have the Justice card. I mean, look at that, right? You've got the Two of Swords, an emissary of the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the esoteric version of the Justice card. Lady Libertas, or Justice, like I got goosebumps, right? This is a big commitment that you are signing on to. This is a contract of some sort. This is you putting pen to paper. This is a big conversation or a big decision that you're making. It may not make sense to anybody else. It might be so big that you just don't want to tell anyone about it in case it doesn't go through. I do this all the time. I have a little bit of a catastrophizing streak. I am that person that will think of all the worst case scenarios, where it can go wrong, how it can go wrong, and I'll convince myself that at some point it probably will. But inside me, I always hold on to that little candle of light that says this is amazing and it's going to be wonderful. As long as you hold that, you can prepare for doomsday all you want. You don't do it the other way around. Don't hold the doomsday in here and have but I'm sure it's going to be fine. Your energy has to believe and know deep down, this is going to be great, it's going to be wonderful. And your mind can do all of the, oh my gosh, this is going to be awful planning, all right? Big conversations, big commitments, potentially some, not arguments, but it's just people around you. Well, you know, I don't see why you're doing that. I don't understand it. Not everybody's going to understand your path, babe. That's how, trust me, I'm uniquely qualified to tell you that. That being said, with your Justice card, not even potentially, it's likely this month that there will be contracts, there'll be documents, there'll be paperwork signed, there will probably be decisions made this month that really advance you in some way. And you might not even, like, to you, this might feel like run-of-the-mill stuff. I'm not entirely sure it will because of this, but you're going to remember this month for a long time to come. You've got the King of Swords in your heart and half sector, all right? So for those of you that are single, you could very, very well be meeting a Libran male this month. A Libran person. For those of you that are single and looking, the characteristics of the King of Swords is usually somebody that's super intelligent, somebody that's very smart, very well educated, usually somebody that's pretty much done, you know, they've done everything that they want or need to in their career, even if they are younger in years. The thing that I can tell you about the King of Swords as well, if this person shows up in your life and they're younger, their age kind of lies, all right? And what I mean by this is this could be somebody that's only 30 but has properly salt and pepper hair. Do you know what I mean? And 30 is not old. It really isn't. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's something about, like, maybe they've got laughter lines, maybe they've got frown lines, or whatever it is. There's something about the King of Swords where if they're younger, they tend to look more mature, and if they are older, then they tend to be like a bit more sort of regal, if you like. Now, that being said, there could also be, for a select few of you, this could be a month where you're getting engaged. Maybe you and your significant other are planning to renew your vows. That could be really nice. With that King of Swords though, there's something here within the relationship that is taking on a much deeper commitment. All right, so that it's like the energy behind the commitment in the relationship is really elevating. For those of you that are partnered or with significant others, this could be a work, career or business move that maybe your significant other just doesn't understand. I'm not saying override them. I'm not saying shoot them down. I'm definitely not saying that. Oh gosh, poor choice of words, Raf. Like, you know, don't slap down their opinion is what I'm saying. Find a way to convince them. I know you don't get this right now. I know it probably looks like I'm self-saboting, or, you know, it doesn't look like the right thing to do, but I promise you, I have a reason for doing this. It just won't make sense to you. Let me make this decision, and I promise you, you know, it will come good, because I really feel like it will. Like, as you can see, I've got that little bouncy feeling. That's like my inner Tigger. For your money and materials, you've got the Page of Cups. Look at this, right? Some financial desire, some financial hope or blessing is absolutely moving ahead for you. This month, money will definitely improve. So if you've had problems or challenges or issues with money, cash flow, or anything like that, this could be a great month for you. It's likely that something that you have wanted, or maybe even something that you have given a lot of time, energy, effort and everything to, that hasn't really performed up until now starts to pay off, now starts to pay out. This is where you start to see the goods. For your weeks of the month, let's see what's going on for you. So for so for your first week of the month, you have your card, the Empress, with the Two of Swords. That is a money move. If ever I saw one, this is a decision or a move of some sort that brings resources and or money. For some of you, this is you going after something that maybe you've been told you couldn't have, that is not practical, it's not sensible. For a lot of you, because that Empress card as well, for those of you that are partnered, married or in long-term commitments and of the age, this could potentially be surprise pregnancy. That's one way that this could show up. Another way that this could show up as well is a piece of information, a tidbit of some sort that maybe doesn't seem like much on the surface that's given to you absolutely smashes something for you, right? So this could be you're getting like an inside scoop or track on something this week. For the second week of the month, you've got the Tower card. For a select few of you, I will say this is probably this second week of the month, because at this point Mercury will be direct. This could be a need to file some sort of paperwork or maybe something legal very quickly. All right. Now, the reason I say this is the Justice card, like I said, it's not just paperwork and contracts, it is legal documents and things. Coupled with the King of Swords, it's usually a legal situation. You've got the Tower card here, which means there's likely to be something that you need to fight. It could be anything from, you know, I don't know, gosh, I know if you've got a mortgage, I think you have to have life insurance. It could be something like that. Maybe you don't even remember that you haven't renewed yours for the last 3 years. It could be, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, it will be something that comes up, but it will come up quick and you'll be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I haven't got this. I need to get it sorted. Maybe you've got a trip planned and you haven't even got a passport. Right? Now, you've got this Empress card coupled with the Tower. That is literally a universal significator of earthquakes. So we're likely to hear about one of those on the wider world stage. And I've got to be honest with you, this one does not look small. And it's not even that interesting to me, and the reason being is because we've got an eclipse this month, so I wonder if this has something to do with it. Even though the eclipse is in the sign of Taurus, Scorpio even, it's obviously opposing that Uranian energy. Now, for the third week of the month, you have the Tree of Life card. This is divine intervention and assistance. Look, right, so whatever it is that this Tower card is suggesting, maybe some, you know, potentially for some of you as well, especially like you've got your own business, this could be a legal matter that comes up very suddenly that you're not expecting. It's not going to be an issue. You've got the divine intervention and assistance card, which is basically offering you some protection against anything that might come up out of the blue. And then finally, for your fourth week of the month, you've got the Star card. I mean, look, I love all of these cards for you. Even that Tower card doesn't really faze me at this point because there's so much other energy around it that is really, truly beneficial that it's like, what, even if there is an issue that arises this month, it will be short-lived. The Star card coupled with the Page of Cups, not only is this good money, this is you potentially making a deal this month that sets you up financially for your future. If you are employed by somebody else, this could be literally a promotion or a step up the ladder. If you're a business owner, this is inking a deal or contract of some sort that really just sees your finances going through the roof. As we come into your moon, so the new moon solar eclipse is on the 25th of October. This is going to be a not new moon. Yes, it is a new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio. This for you is happening across the sky in your house of partnerships, marriages, contracts, right? Like, the cards do not lie. You saw me shuffle them, you saw me pull them out. This could literally, and remember, eclipses don't just happen on the day, they unfold over like 3 to 6 months, depending on where they're hitting your chart and how powerfully. Sometimes it can be over the course of 12 months. But this for me feels like it's going to initiate some new big contract of some sort, maybe an amazing client that comes in, because your 7th house energy is not just your partner or your marriage or your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, etc. It's also the people that you have those strong connections with in that one-on-one basis, and it's also your business partnerships and connections and collaborations as well. So for this you have, I'm straight from the top, so for the full moon, new moon, full moon, oh my gosh, the new moon solar eclipse, Raf, you have the confusion card, right? And that's this. Like I said, whatever it is, whatever you're intuiting, other people may not understand it. And it's really important that you don't let anybody sway you from the decision that you make on that deep internal plane. For your full moon, so the full moon is happening on the 9th of October, and that's happening for you in the 12th house. your past, things from the past, people from the past. Whenever we have a full moon in the 12th, it's like taking a torch, or maybe even the light, right? It's like shining a light into the deepest part of your soul and your psyche. And what tends to happen is something that we've missed, maybe something that's been holding us back, is highlighted to us so that we can release it. For this, you have the gate 16 and enthusiasm. So on the 9th of October, that full moon is going to look, right? It's like these sort of 2 weeks, there's something here that comes up that potentially has you feeling like a little kid, that you could be like, you know what, this is it. This is that moment where everything starts, where everything kicks off. So yes, we have an eclipse. Yes, it's going to be a little bit intense, but I absolutely believe that this full moon right at the beginning of the month is going to bring you some really nice stuff. It'll also see you tapping into your own sense of childlike wonder, where things just seem to be a bit more magical, a bit more heightened than ever. And remember as well, the 12th house isn't just about self-sabotage and all the heavy stuff. It's also about the blessings that we get from the universe, from God. It's about the things that come to us through intangible means. So this could be a time where maybe you're getting all of your good karma back in one go. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.